Hello, everybody. It is Thursday, April 30th. Coach Hip coming at you for the last home workout in the month of April, and we are going out with a bang today. A 40-minute time cap, absolute behemoth of a MetCon, which is right up my alley. I cannot wait to do it. We've got two separate movements. Either with our dumbbell, barbell, kettlebell, whatever you have. You can always improvise and use what you have at home. But we have it written as dumbbell today for both snatch and goblet squat. Your workout today is going from reps of 10 all the way down to 1 of alternating dumbbell snatches times 2. So your first round will be 20 total reps, 10 on each arm. Moving into goblet squats from there. And then in between every single round that you do, we've got a 400-meter run. So that first round will look like 20 alternating dumbbell snatches, 10 goblet squats with the same piece of equipment, and then you're taking off on a 400-meter run. So by the end of this thing, you will have ran 4,000 meters, which is, I just did the math, just roughly 2.5 miles. And just remember, since those runs are going to be placed at the end of every round, your workout is going to end on a 400-meter run as well. So after that round of 1, so it'll be 2 alternating dumbbell snatches. Okay, easy. 2 alternating dumbbell snatches, 1 goblet squat. You'll take off on your last 400-meter run, and whenever you come back across the finish line, that's when we'll call time. You got 40 minutes to get all that done. So let's talk through strategy first, and then we can hit the warm-up. Real quick on strategy for this MetCon. When you are not running, you should be moving as fast as possible to start running again. So anytime that you've got the dumbbell in hand, snatching, goblet squats, we are moving through those reps unbroken quickly so that we can start running again. I don't care about your pace of the run. It's not going to be a sprint. But just keep your legs moving anytime you are doing those 400-meter runs. And again, anytime we get back to the dumbbell, just move real quick. First part of your active warm-up today is going to start with a 2-minute run, which should be about the pace that some of us good runners are looking to stay on throughout all these 400-meter runs in between rounds during the MetCon today. So whatever that looks like for you, if it's a 400-meter run and you have that distance marked off outside your house, or you got a treadmill you're doing this on, we'll go for a little 400-meter jog, nothing crazy, real low intensity. Or if you're going to do this, out in your neighborhood, look at your phone, look at your watch. Let's run 1 minute out at a decent little pace, little jog, and then 1 minute coming back to your driveway, garage, wherever you are. When you get back in from that 400-meter jog or 2-minute run, want you to do 3 rounds. You're going to need your dumbbell for this, and then body weight for the other 2 movements that we do. We're going to do 3 rounds in reps like Cindy, 5, 10, and 15. So it'll be 3 rounds of 5 bent over dumbbell rows with each arm. So you'll just be hinged or have your hand on something. You'll row right back out to an extended position, and then back. So 5 dumbbell rows on each arm bent over, 10 tuck jumps, which is basically just going to be a jump in place, bringing your knees all the way up to your chest as you jump to the top, just in place. And then we're going to finish with 15 air squats. Okay, so 3 rounds, 5 dumbbell rows with each arm, 10 tuck jumps, 15 air squats after your 2-minute run to start. Whenever those 3 rounds are all done, we're going to do 1 more 2-minute jog to finish off the active portion of your warm-up here right from the get-go before we start stretching. So go ahead and hit that, and in a couple minutes come on back and we'll stretch a little bit. Stretching. Once you're done that first part of the warm-up, first thing we're going to do, we're going to work in set to 10 here from movement to movement. Going to start with 10 Sampson lunges. So you're going to interlock your fingers, press them up to the ceiling as you lunge forward. 5 each leg, total of 10. I'll do it with you so I can count out the time for you. So interlock those fingers. We'll lead with the right foot. Come down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, right in that standing position again, we're going to take your legs out a little wide and we're going to do 10 side lunges. So again, I'll be on the clock here. I'll count you off in reps. We're going to go to the left side first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still standing. Going to switch to your hamstrings. We're going to go 10 good mornings, unweighted, just your body weight. And once again, I'll cue you. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now from that standing position, you're going to slowly walk your hands out to a high plank, the top of a push-up, okay? Once you are in that position, I want you to give me 3 push-ups, okay? Either from unassisted position or from your knees. Once those 3 push-ups are done, you're going to push yourself back up into a pike position. So walking those hands towards your feet. When you are in that pike position, we're going to do 10 toe touches. So we'll take your left hand to your right foot and back, right hand to your left foot and back. We're going to do a total of 10, okay? So starting with your left hand to your right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Walking back out into that high plank position. I want you to finish with 3 more push-ups. And after those 3 push-ups, slowly walk your hands back into your feet and stand up. Last part of the warm-up, or stretching, is just going to be for upper body, and we'll be real quick with this. We're going to do arm circles. I'm going to ask you to do 10 big arm circles going forward, 10 big ones going backward. When those arm circles are done, still another set of 10. We're going to go bear hugs, just alternating arms on which one goes over top and bottom. And then I want you to finish with about 10 seconds of shoulder rolls going forward, and then 10 seconds going backward. All right, now we need to bring the dumbbell or your piece of equipment back into the picture. I'm going to demo here just in warming up what we're going to use with the dumbbell, but again, if you have a barbell and don't have dumbbells, or you have a kettlebell or backpack, feel free to modify as needed, but we'll demo here or do the warm-up as if we're going to be slinging around a dumbbell. So once you have your dumbbell, just starting with your right arm, we are going to do 3 deadlifts to start. Once those 3 deadlifts are done, you're going to take it right back down to the floor. We're going to deadlift and high pull, getting that hip open for a set of 3. And then we're going to finish with 3 dumbbell snatches, just touch and go with your right arm. Okay, so 3 deadlifts, 3 high pulls from the floor, and then 3 snatches on your right side. When you're done that right side, we're going to do the same sequence on the other side. 3 deadlifts, 3 high pulls from the floor, and then finishing with 3 dumbbell snatches on your left arm. When those are done on each side, okay, we're going to hold that dumbbell in the goblet position. You're going to give me 6 goblet squats, and then to finish with the dumbbell before we hit this MetCon, I want 6 alternating dumbbell snatches. So let's say you're starting with the right arm, we'll lock out, switch wherever you like, either in front of your face in the front rack position or down on the floor, and then we'll rip the other side. So a total of 6 alternating dumbbell snatches, 3 per arm. Okay, that's the little sequence that we're going to be working with here right now. 3 deadlifts, 3 high pulls, 3 snatches, switch sides, do the same thing, 6 goblet squats, and then 6 alternating dumbbell snatches. And now we're warmed up, we're ready to hit it. So again, 10 all the way down to 1, okay? Alternating dumbbell snatches times 2, so your first round will have 20 alternating dumbbell snatches, 10 per arm, 10 goblet squats, and then a 400-meter run in between every round. 10 all the way down to 1. Like I mentioned before, when you're not running, we need to be moving quickly through the dumbbell to start running again. So make sure you're choosing weights appropriately. All of these reps should be done unbroken, from the snatches to the goblet squats. The running volume is going to be a lot, but the volume on the dumbbell is very, very manageable every single set that you do. So keep the legs moving on the run. Don't sprint. Make sure we got some breath, but whenever we come back to the dumbbell, let's work, and get right back on the run. Once you're done this MetCon, it's got a time cap of 40 minutes, so you'll be out there a little while. Come on back. We'll hit a little bit of a cool down stretch out your hips, your upper body, and then we'll get on with our Thursday. All right, ready for the cool down now. Going to stretch upper body first, and then we're going to dig into your hips and lower half once we're done a couple stretches up top. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to sit back on your heels. We're going to take your right arm up over top of your left, and I just want you to give me a big pull in the outer part of your shoulder, into your shoulder blades, upper part of your back. Got to focus on that right arm first. And then go ahead and relax that side. We'll switch to the left. Left over top. Good, and relax that side. Going to take your right arm behind you into a little bit of a tricep or lat stretch. Still sitting back on your heels. Good, and then we'll switch it to the left. Good. Then the last one up top is just going to be a child's pose stretch. If you've got some sort of box or elevated surface that you want to do this on, that's fine. If not, we'll go ahead and just do it on the floor. I'm going to use my living room ottoman, get a little deeper stretch. So go ahead and sink down in. Good, and relax that one. Now, moving into your lower body. We're going to have 2 stretches down here, or actually 3. Let's make it 3. First one is just going to sit you in a deep squat, or you can just do this with one leg forward. We're going to stretch into your Achilles, your ankles after all that running and squatting. Going to take your chest out over that right knee and try to push that knee out over your toe. We'll be real quick here in this one. We'll hold it for maybe about 10 seconds. Try to keep that heel in contact with the ground. Good, and then we'll switch sides. So left leg is out in front, or you can just be in a deep squat, that's fine. Chest out over your knee, drive your knee over your toe. Good. Now the next one, we're going to do this in a set of 10. We'll do 10 reps here. And don't rush them. We're going to have a setup, I'm going to try to angle this camera. We're going to do some internal and external rotations of your hips. You should feel this on the inside and outside of your hips, depending on which direction that we're going. But I want you to start with your knees facing the same direction, bottoms of your feet facing the opposite direction. So once I'm in this position, I'm going to try to make sure that my knees make contact with the ground. If you need to push yourself down to get in that position and it's not hurting you, that's great. But we're going to start in this position with your torso nice and upright. We'll count this as 1 rep going this way, and then we're going to shift and take it the other way. This will be rep, tight on the right. This will be rep number 2, okay? So I want you to hold for about 2 seconds, 2-3 seconds on each side, and then we're going to switch. So this will be number 3, number 4, five, 6, 7. If you've got really tight hips, this should be feeling pretty toasty for you. Here's 8. 9. And here's 10. Good. Now, last thing. We're going to slowly bring ourselves up into a sumo squat position. From here, we'll put our hands on the ground, shoot your hips up, and try to walk your feet out into a split or as far as you can go. We're just going to hang out in that position with your head, your chest down in towards the floor. Hands are on the floor for support. Good. And then slowly walk your hands in towards the center of your body. Walk your feet in. Slowly stand all the way up. And after that, that's your Thursday.